Hello, Chester here. So now we're going to take a look at Izzet Delver. Well, Delver is not here anymore. I've come to the conclusion that Delver isn't playable and it's just worth running Cutter instead. It's pretty good into the meta. I think you gain a lot of tempo by just flashing this in, putting something on top. The play pattern I like specifically with Salty is the synergy with Strip Mine, where if you see an opponent put something on top, you can take them off that color. And this deck is really efficient in what it's doing. Your lightning bolts in the combo matchup just go upstairs. Unholy Heat is here just to kill random frogs. Maybe you want to kill Barrogoyfs, but Barrogoyfs can be sold by Salty usually, or even frogs. We now have Force of Negation. So before we were running for spikes, now we are stress testing the Force of Negation in here. We also have the Borrower here just in case we have something we can't remove. So the essence of this gameplay is just to deploy your one drop and maybe follow up with a Steel Cutter, try to aggro them out and bolt their face when they're close to that. And as for the sideboard, we have Entomb All Star here, Minor Misstep. This can take care of Fatal Push. This can take care of the Hydroponics Architect or Tameo. It can take care of Entomb or Reanimate. We have Unable to Scream here. This is for the fatties that doesn't get taken care of. Unholy Heat, Spell Pierce. We have this as additional insurance for a combo because the 4 Force of Negation in here won't cut it. So you have to have additional spells to counter something like Necropotence, Show and Tell. We also have Minor Misstep for the Dark Ritual itself, but Spell Pierce is better in that matchup. Mystical Dispute is dedicated for Show and Tell and Reanimator and other blue piles in the ladder because since the introduction of Force of Negation, there has been a lot of variants of blue decks. Cast into the Fire is in here to deal with Chalice of the Void. It deals with One Ring. It can deal with Bowmasters. So I'm expecting that black green mid range is still present. So that's why it's in here. I know Mono Red Stompy is also there, but mostly it's just the Mirror Animator in the ladder. So let's try to find out. Right, let's play first. You are up against a Lurus deck. You have Lightning Bolt, so it's probably good. Let's lead with the fetch. I would actually lead with Steam Vents. I was thinking about it. Or Borg, huh? What does that mean? Okay, we're keeping that. Hex Mage, huh? Alright, let's see it. Okay, we kinda need to find a faster threat here. Hopefully they just had that one. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna play salty here. And since they top that, we could just brainstorm here. I think I'm just passing the turn. Let's fetch for a strip mine here. Let's play out the borrower. Nice. So up against depths, we want the brazen borrowers here. Bolts are fine. Guessing we are under tech for this matchup, huh? Maybe force of negation should be mental misstep instead. We want unable to scream. I think this is fine. Okay, we have the borrower here. We're just gonna keep. Okay, do we want another land? Don't think so. Let's play salty for this one. They have a strip mine out. If they didn't, maybe I would have let it go. And I think I'm gonna salty again here. Just keep delaying. Okay, that's nice. I think I want all of those. I'm just gonna hold up the strip mine here. Okay, don't want those. There's a Boseiju coming. Okay, alright. Don't want the Hydro. I do want the Strip Mine. There's the Dark Depths. Okay, so what do I do here? Can just pass. Alright, GG's. Let's play first. This is not keepable. This is a bit better. We're gonna bottom the extra cruise. Just going to lead with Channeler. Put an upkeep stop just in case they have a creature. They don't have a creature. Okay. You have two options here. You can ponder for now. That is tempting. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, let's keep it. Okay, let's just put the Ragavan here. Don't want that. Oh, they still have a land. But now, we're just going to Treasure Cruise. Not gonna keep that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw away everything here. Except that, maybe. You're trying into Bomba. Nice. That is that must be so annoying. Triple strip mine. It's gonna play out Hydro. Now they're dead next turn. Well, they can Fury. Yeah, against Mono Red, we want Brazen Borrower, cast into the fire. We do want the Unholy Heats. Force a gift. Force of Negation should be nice. Huh. It's actually pretty hard to find cuts here. I want these two. Maybe we can trim down on Cruise. I'm tempted to trim down on Salty though. Hmm. Maybe it's just cast into the fire. Maybe we can trim down on cantrips. Yeah, this hand looks good. This is a way to fight Chalice. Okay, I don't think I care about that. Okay, don't think I want that. Let's play Cutter. Right, that is fine. Might put an upkeep stop here, just in case. Yeah, I think that is worth using Salty on. Okay, Cutter is looking pretty dead now. Now looking for Treasure Cruise. can just go Brazen Borrower here. Maybe I play out this land just to fetch basic just in case. Okay. I need to find my cantrips here. The cutter is sure is looking bad this way. You can even sacrifice the relic now. You're supposed to sacrifice it now. Our draws kinda suck here. Okay, there's a ponder. Alright. Don't think this is enough. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, I don't think we can win this anymore. Alright. Think I'm fine with how I boarded in. Let's pay first. This is actually pretty good. Let's lead with the hydro. Can go for a steel cutter aggro here. Just take off this red source. Maybe they kept this hand on the back of Chalice. That's nice. Okay, that is a lot of hate pieces. They just turned their deck into all the hate pieces, I guess. Nice. Let's play first. Up against the Nurse deck. Guess this is aggressive enough that I want to keep it. Guess let's just brainstorm now. Don't want that. Okay, made a mistake. Don't want too many lands. Yeah, I should have done this before combat. It might just be hard casting force here. Hmm. Okay, maybe I don't want to hard cast force of negation now. Let's shuffle away some bad cards here. Just gonna cast Cruise here. If they have the force of negation, then they have the force of negation. Okay, they have Cruise. I think I'm letting that go. Let's just get Ponder. Okay, that's perfect. Might be pitching the subtleties here. Yeah, probably pitching the subtleties now. Just gonna draw my cards here. Well, actually, that was a bad hit. Okay, don't want that. Force of negation. We also don't want that. Okay, that's good. Nice. Postboard is a lot trickier. Don't want the forces. You want the disputes. You want the unholy heat. So I want subtlety. I don't think I want the subtlety or the borrower. Let's put in minor misstep. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, looks good. We have removal, we have dispute, we have a threat. Okay, that's giving them priority, which means I have to put this here. Yep. Let's play channeler. Let's play mystical dispute on that. I think this game is going to be about the life total because that is going to hurt. They're gonna casually draw three off that architect. Maybe I should have just played my own. Guess we learn. Alright. Is this gonna get removed? I think they have one more. Oh no, they don't.
I've read nearly the entire library.
Right? Let's just brainstorm here. There's a lightning bolt. There's also a treasure cruise. Alright. They probably have a counter for that cruise. You should think about this. I guess I shouldn't cast it as long as they can't remove my hydro. Okay, now they're going to use most of their mana, I guess. Feel like this is a salty turn. As long as they don't remove the hydro, I'm not really pressured to use cruise. I think Tamio is worth using salty on.
Perhaps there are more useful texts down on the surface.
Alright, okay. No way. So against them, I'm going to need a heavy threat hand, I guess. I know I didn't put a sweeper in the sideboard.
In the right hands, knowledge is the sharpest blade. Use your words.
I think I just played this out. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning against the Wan Chi Tong. Looks good here. And I think I'm good with how I boarded. Okay, this might be the hand. Okay, they had the force. Okay, this might be it. Not gonna cast that truce. Nice. There's the GGs. So game three came down to strip mines. All right, do we think of the deck? I really think that Dragon's Rage Channeler and in combination with Hydroponics Architect is really good. I might go up to three steel cutters here, maybe up the borrower count. I did add in two borrowers in the side because I suspect that that's also a deck that is present in the format. This is simply the best deck that can abuse Treasury Cruise. And with all the selection Dragon's Rage Channeler provides, you just kind of find what you need at a lot of the specific points of the game. So if you need a threat, Dragon's Rage Channeler can find it. You have 8 cantrips to find it as well. And while you're doing that, Cory Steel Cutter is triggering and creating prowess monks. So yeah, unless you are getting comboed off by Reanimator on turn 2, I do think this is still a viable strategy because you can cut off Reanimators or Reanimates with Lightning Bolt. You can get them to a low enough life total that they can't use reanimate profitably. But the main problem you have against Reanimator is really the Psychic Frog. If they deploy that on turn two, you're usually going to be dead to it unless you have double bolt in hand or something. So yeah, I really like that the blue decks feel way more playable right now because of Force of Negation. You can't really get comboed off out of nowhere. You can just Force of Negation the One Ring if it comes down like turn two, or even Fables, Chalice of the Void, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really nice to have access to all these archetypes now. That's about it.